The starship Astral Phoenix drifted silently through the shimmering veins of the Nebula Corridor. Its polished metal hull reflected the cosmic tapestry, painting it with streaks of blue and gold gas. At the helm, bathed in the soft glow of the control panels, stood Captain Nina, a ginger cat whose reputation preceded her. She was the fearless commander of the Galactic Rangers, known across the entire cosmos for her razor-sharp instincts and a calm demeanor that could stare down a supernova. Beside her sat Zog, a purple cat and a loyal alien engineer, his antennae twitching with every new piece of data. Together, this duo was legendary. They had navigated the treacherous currents of black holes, patched up reality after time rifts, and even faced down armies of mechanical gods. They were the best of the best. But nothing in their long and storied history could have prepared them for what was about to unfold. Zog's head tilted, his large ears swiveling. "Captain Nina," he said, his voice a low hum of concern. "I'm picking up an encrypted distress call." His antennae twitched more rapidly now. "It's coming from the Orion Expanse." "A dead zone." Nina's easy posture stiffened, her gaze fixed on the star chart. She frowned, a small crease forming between her eyes. "No one enters the Expanse, Zog. Not after what happened there." The name alone was enough to send a chill down the spine of even the most seasoned spacefarer. The Orion Expanse was infamous, a graveyard of ships, a region where entire fleets had simply vanished without a trace, without a single message or warning. It was a cosmic Bermuda Triangle, a place the galaxy had agreed to forget. But the signal persisted, a faint and desperate whisper cutting through the static of dead space. "Help, the Voidborn is awake." Nina straightened, her decision made in an instant. Her duty was to answer the call, no matter the risk. "Zog, prepare a jump." "We're going in." The world outside the viewport warped into a tunnel of light and color before snapping back into the stark reality of deep space. They emerged near a shattered world, a planetary ghost named Kalos 9. Once a thriving civilization, it was now nothing more than silent, floating ruins orbiting a dying sun. As the Astral Phoenix's landing struts settled on a large, cracked fragment of the planet's surface, Nina and Zog stepped out, their boots crunching on the dusty ground. An eerie silence hung in the air, broken only by a faint, unsettling whispering carried on the solar winds. The voices seemed to repeat fragments of old memories, a child's laughter, a lover's promise, a scholar's final words. "Captain," Zog said, his fur standing on end as he shuddered, "I don't like this place." Just then, lights flickered in the deep shadows of a ruined skyscraper. Something moved. A tall, slender figure stepped out from the darkness, cloaked in what looked like living shadow, its form constantly shifting and swirling. Its eyes burned with a violet intensity, like two dying stars on the verge of collapsing into black holes. Nina recognized the being from Forbidden's archives, from stories told to frighten rookie rangers. It was Malakar the Hollow, a creature of pure myth and terror, formed from the cataclysmic collapse of a star and infused with the collective hatred of an extinct species. Malakar was a psychic vampire on a cosmic scale, a being who devoured emotions, feeding on fear, sorrow, and despair to sustain his dark existence. "You should not have come," Malakar hissed, his voice a chilling echo that seemed to come from 1,000 different directions at once. "The galaxy belongs to the Void now." Malakar lifted a single shadowy hand, and from the ruins around them, the darkness itself seemed to take shape. The Voidborn erupted from the ground creatures of pure, solidified night, with jagged limbs, gaping, shrieking mouths, and a hunger that radiated off them in waves. They swarmed forward like a living nightmare, a tide of absolute terror. "Run!" Nina shouted, her voice cutting through the rising cacophony. Zog reacted instantly, activating a plasma shield that shimmered into existence around them just as the first wave of monsters crashed against it. Each impact sent a violent shudder through the barrier, making it flicker dangerously. "Captain, we can't hold this forever!" Zog yelled over the screeching of the Voidborn. Drawing her photon blade, Nina didn't hesitate. The blade ignited with a brilliant flash of light, and she slashed through the nearest creature. Its shadowy body dissolved into a puff of black smoke, its shriek cut short. They fought their way back toward the Astral Phoenix, a desperate, retreating battle. But just as they neared the boarding ramp, Malakar appeared before them in a burst of black fire, blocking their path. "You cannot escape," he whispered, his violet eyes locking onto theirs. "The void consumes all." Back inside the relative safety of the Astral Phoenix, Zog's paws flew across the controls, his mind racing. The ship's weapons were powerful, but they were designed to fight physical threats, not beings of pure negative emotion. "We need something stronger, something he can't feed on," he exclaimed, frustration creeping into his voice. Suddenly, a memory sparked in Nina's mind. A forgotten legend, a piece of lore she'd dismissed as fantasy. A story about Malakar's one true weakness. "The Luminex core," she whispered, the words feeling foreign on her tongue. It was a mythical device, an artifact said to emit pure energy composed of hope and memory, the very concepts that were anathema to Malakar. Zog's eyes widened in disbelief. "But that's hidden in the sanctum of Solaris. It's guarded by the celestial spirits." A rare, confident smirk played on Nina's lips. "Good thing they owe me a favor." With the Luminex core secured a pulsating sphere of warm, golden light, the Astral Phoenix ripped through hyperspace, returning to the haunted ruins of Kalos 9. Malakar hovered above the desolation, the darkness around him swirling into a violent storm as he drew power from the planet's lingering despair. "You dare challenge me again?" he boomed, his voice shaking the very asteroids around them. Standing at the open cargo bay door, Nina held the glowing core aloft. Its golden light spread across the battlefield like a sunrise, warm and unwavering. "This galaxy isn't yours to take," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. The effect was instantaneous. The Voidborn screeched in agony, their dark forms melting away like snow under the brilliant light. Malakar himself screamed, a sound of pure rage and pain as cracks of pure golden light ripped across his shadowy form. Nitrogen monoxide. Light cannot, but it could, and it did. With a final determined cry, Nina unleashed the full, unbridled power of the Luminex core. A massive wave of pure hope and energy surged outward. Malakar's body shattered, not into pieces, but like smoke blown into the face of the sun, vanishing completely. A profound silence fell over the ruins of Kalos 9. The whisperings ceased. The darkness receded. As the Astral Phoenix soared away from the now cleansed planet, Zog looked over at his captain, a wide, relieved smile on his face. "Captain." "We did it again." Nina nodded, her gaze fixed on the endless sea of stars drifting by the viewport. "Malakar is gone, but the galaxy is big. There's always another shadow out there, lurking in the dark." Zog's grin didn't falter. "And we'll be ready for it." Nina placed a reassuring paw on the ship's console, the heart of her vessel and her home. "Always." And with that, the Astral Phoenix jumped into hyperspace, blazing a brilliant trail of hope across the endless, beautiful night. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this cosmic adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next one.